Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another video. Now, I already know, it's been about like a month and a half since I've uploaded on YouTube, and I'm so sorry. I've kind of just been dealing with some personal issues this past month that, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling myself, and I really didn't feel like I could come sit here, put on a fake smile, and just like, hey, like da-da-da for the camera, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just couldn't do it, and so I just needed to take a moment and kind of collect myself, gather myself, and feel better about myself. You know, I feel like a lot of us always kind of go through a little dry spell of like, I don't know, we're out of it, you know what I mean? Like, you have things come up, life gets in the way, and yeah, that's just pretty much why I haven't uploaded. And again, I'm sorry. I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. I don't want y'all to think that I'm like neglecting my YouTube channel. I definitely have not been consistent on my channel, and that is something that I definitely want to change. For this summer, for the rest of the year, I really want to be more consistent, and I really want my channel to become a lot stronger. So your girl's gonna be back in action. I'm gonna be filming a lot more videos and uploading for you guys. It's just gonna kind of take me a minute to get back into the groove of things, because like I'm still working on a few things, and I'm trying to, you know, get more equipment, get more makeup, get more things that I can use for my YouTube channel. But like I said, it's gonna kind of take a minute, so bear with me. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me. If you're still here on my YouTube channel, still watching my videos, you know, still supporting me, I really appreciate it. Like, you don't even know. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so thankful for the people that have stuck with me, even though I haven't really been consistent and I haven't uploaded in a month and a half. I just wanted to get that out there so you guys know I'm not just like, forget my YouTube channel, like I don't really care, because I do care. But like I said, life just kind of got in the way. I'm so sorry that this intro is super long, but I just felt like I wanted to kind of give y'all a little backstory on what's been going on with me and why I haven't really been consistent. Really quick though, before we get into the story, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But whatever, I'm not gonna keep rambling. So if you want to hear this story about your girl getting crunk with some people on the party bus, then please keep on watching. I feel like this video is a little overdue, because in my last video, if you didn't watch it, I'll leave it right here. You can click on that little like eye icon. I talked about how to make your lips appear bigger, but in that video at the end, I said that I was going to film a story time about the time that me and Joseph, which is my boyfriend, got into a fight on the party bus with other guys. This took place in 2016. This was my sophomore year in college. I remember because we took these little like Polaroid pictures. Me and Joseph look so funny. It's hilarious. At that time, me and my boyfriend both lived at the same apartment complex and also within the same building, but just two different units. My parents didn't let us live together at the time, you know, Mexican parents, but I lived upstairs with my roommate. Her name was Coco. Shout out to you, Coco. I miss her so much. She transferred to OU, and she was the best roommate I've ever had. Well, the only roommate I've ever had, but she was the best. I loved her, and I missed you, girl. But we lived upstairs, and then my boyfriend, Joseph, he lived downstairs. Now, not directly underneath me, but just to the unit to the left of us, I guess. So he lived there with two roommates, Diego and Luis, and these two guys were the coolest guys ever. They were such a good time. They loved to party, they loved to go out, they loved staying up, and like, you know, they were just a fun group to be around. So once we were done getting ready, we go downstairs and we met up at the guy's apartment, and they were finishing getting ready. We were pre-gaming and stuff like that. And so at my apartments, at the front of the complex, like before you enter, there's this like street, and they have party buses that line up along the street that will take you to Austin to go to 6th Street. You only pay like $10, and they give you like a little wristband, and then you just pile up on the bus. Now, it was pretty cool because like you could take like beer cans, or you could take like your own drinks, or you know, whatever to like pregame on the bus. It's obviously a party bus, so it has like lights around the top, and like somebody will hook up their aux cord and like play music or whatever. And it's usually a good time. Like everybody's just like, you know, getting hyped on their way to 6th Street. You know, everything was fine going to 6th Street. We got on the bus, you know, we're dancing, getting lit. and we get to 6th Street. The whole night was great. Like, we had a great time. If you've never been to 6th Street, it's literally just a strip in Austin that has different bars up and down the street. Like, you can literally bar hop up and down the street, and it's such a good time. It gets pretty crowded and pretty crazy depending on like who you go with and like, you know, the night or whatever, but it's a really good time. And so at the end of the night, the bars close at 2 and you have 30 minutes to get to the party bus because they leave at 2:30. So, you know, bars closing at 2, everybody's like rushing out of the bars. We're walking up the hill to get on the party bus. Well, the party buses actually pack up pretty quick. Like, you just get on whichever one you fit, and everybody's trying to get on because they're all drunk. The girls' feet are hurting, and you know, everybody's just like over it. So we get on the bus, and the bus that we got on wasn't really that packed, so we like walk our way to the back, and we're like sitting towards the back. You know, slowly the party bus is starting to get filled up. Well, there's like this group of frat boys, like a whole fraternity gets on the bus, and they're like more towards the front of the bus. Like I said, we're in the back, and you know, we weren't really paying attention to them, whatever. So, you know, like music's playing or whatever, and we're all a little drunk. It's the end of the night, and you know, we're still having a good time. Like, everybody's like dancing, whatever. Well, me and Coco, we're sitting in the seats. When you walk in, it's not like a regular bus where it has like seats like this. It's just like along the side. And then in the back, they have the seats that are like back to back, you know what I mean? So we're sitting towards the end where it's just like along the wall of the bus. So I'm sitting here, Coco's sitting right next to me. And then after that is the seats that are, you know, like back to back. You know, I'm just sitting there having a good time. Joseph's standing in front of me, and then his roommates and a couple of their friends were towards the back of the bus. You know, everything's cool, and the bus, you know, is leaving, so we're going back home. Well, obviously music's playing, and I'm still like feeling good, so I stood up, and I think like a song came on, and I was like, girl, this is my jam. So I got up, and I'm starting to dance. Like, I was dancing right there because Joseph was in front of me, and like, you know, whatever. So I got up, and tell me why one of these frat boys like starts walking towards me, and I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe he's trying to go to the back of the bus. Like, usually there's like a trash can back there, and like if people need to throw up, like they'll go back there, throw up or whatever. So he was like walking towards me and like kind of going behind me. So I kind of like stepped up a little bit because, like I said, I thought he was gonna keep going. No, girl, this fool comes right behind me and sits down in my seat. This is obviously my seat. Like, if this is the chair, I'm literally standing right here, and Joseph's right here, and he just like scoots and sits down. Like, it's obviously my chair. I just got up 2 seconds ago. And so I'm like, okay, like whatever. I turn around, and like as the song's playing, and I'm still dancing, like, you know, whatever. And I was like, hey, that's my seat, so like when I'm done dancing, you need to get up. And he just looked at me and was like, so I was like, I know you heard me. That's my seat. You need to get up. And at this point, I'm sitting down to move, you know? I was already getting annoyed. And he's just like looking at me like I'm crazy. And so Joseph's behind me was like, hey bro, like that's my girl's seat. Move, like you need to get up. We're looking at him like, are you deaf? Like, what's good? Can you hear us? Like, move, bro. Like, get out of the way. Get out of my seat. And he dead ass looks me in my face, mine and Joseph's face, and goes,
she can sit on this.
Excuse me? Like, I was shook because, first of all, no one has ever talked to me like that. Like, no one has ever disrespected me like that and ever said anything like that to me to where they were brave enough to just flat out say it, especially when my boyfriend's around. And Joseph's kind of a big guy. Like, nobody's ever stepped up to either of us. And so I was just kind of like, and I looked at Coco because, mind you, she's sitting right next to him because that was my seat. And I looked at Coco and I was like, what did he say? And she goes,
girl, he said you could sit on his.
And I was like, okay, that's what I thought he said. And as soon as she says that, like, everything was happening all at once. He says that to our face. I look at Coco and I check for confirmation. As she says that, I just feel Joseph's body weight like coming over me. Punch this dude right in the face. I see Joseph hit him, so I swing and I went bing, bing. Like, I gave him 2 hits real quick because that was so disrespectful. Like, you're not about to just say that to my face, you know what I mean? As soon as we hit him, I don't know if he was drunk or whatever, but he just like took those hits and was like lost. Well, obviously his whole fraternity is with him. Typical frat boys, khaki shorts, floral like button-up shirt, bucket hat, or you know, just a baseball cap or whatever. And 2 of his frat brothers were behind us this whole time, and I didn't even know. And all I feel is Joseph's weight like lift off me. Like I don't feel him behind me anymore. And so I turn around, and one of these boys has Joseph in a chokehold, like straight up like this. And again, we're all drunk, and so Joseph, when he pulled him back, he like slipped and fell, and so he like fell into the chokehold even more. And I turn around and I see this, and I was like, Anybody who knows me knows I ride for my man, and if you won't hit him, I'm gonna hit you, and vice versa. Like, you know what I mean? So as soon as I see him grab Joseph in a chokehold, I saw red. I was like, no, this is not about to happen. And I just start swinging. There was 2 guys standing behind us. One of them has Joseph in the chokehold. The other guy is just standing there doing nothing. I don't know. And obviously, like I said, I just see frat boys. So I'm swinging, and I just bink, 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 bink. Like I'm hitting everybody. And I don't know if I hit this guy really hard, because like I'm not trying to boost myself or nothing, but I do kind of have a pretty hard punch. Like I have power. And so after I hit him, he like was kind of stunned. Like either he wasn't expecting me to hit him, or I hit him really hard. I don't know, because I was drunk. And as soon as I hit him, he let up off Joseph. Like he let go of him. And I hit his friend too that was standing right next to him, and he looked at me like, I didn't do nothing. Like, why'd you hit me? And I was like, hey, my bad. Like you were standing right there, so you gonna get hit. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But as soon as he let Joseph go, he was like getting up and turned around and just with all his weight, just like Superman punched this kid, like straight up in the face. And I was like, oh. I wasn't expecting him to do that, but he was already like pissed off. So he like got up and just punched this dude after I already hit him. They were done. Like they were like, we're not trying to fight, you know, whatever. And a couple of his frat brothers that were in the front of the bus, they saw the whole thing go down, and so they grabbed all 3 of them, and they were like, hey, my bad, like he shouldn't have said that to your girl, we're sorry, like, you know, we're all drunk, so, you know, whatever. I was like, man, get out my face, I don't want your apology. At this point I was already pissed off. Like, no, I don't want your apology, I don't want to hear nothing. Like, get them over there to the front of the bus, or I'm swinging and kicking. Like, I'm not playing no games, you know what I mean? Like, I was already so livid. And it just ruined my whole night. Like, for somebody to say that to me and straight up think that they're gonna get away with that, I'm sorry, but no. No, not with me, and not with my boyfriend right behind me. Like, you're not just gonna say that to me and nothing's gonna happen. Like, no. And like, Joseph was already like pushing me back towards the back of the bus, like trying to calm me down. And Coco's sitting there this whole time, like, she's watching it all go down. But it was a crazy ending to our amazing night. Like, we had a great time. And of course, this dude just has to come sit in my chair and ruin it for me. So I was like, all right. And Joseph's like, you know, leave it alone, it's done. They're in the front of the bus, like, whatever, it's over with. So I was like, all right, I guess. But this whole time I'm thinking, just wait till we get off this bus. So like, hey, if you want to post up, what's good? What's good? Joseph was like, hey, like, just chill when we get home because there's cops. And like, every time the party bus drops you back off at the end of the night, there is cop cars, like 3 cop cars usually lined up, ready, because they know everybody that's coming from 6th Street is drunk, or, you know, trying to fight like me, hey, or, you know, they're always just trying to get into something, and they're gonna drive home. Like, if you don't live in those apartment complex, people would bring their cars, park in the apartments, get off the party bus, and then drive home wherever they live. And so cops would pull them over, you know, whatever. So we get there, and I seen them, and I was like, you know what? I ain't trying to go to jail today over no white boy. So no, I ain't getting in a fight. They're already drunk, stumbling to their truck. They got in their trucks and like left. And so I was like, all right, whatever, it's done with. And so once we get off the bus, we just walk straight back to the apartments. I was like, I'm over it. Just get me home. My feet hurt. Like, I have to pee. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I was just mad. So we just walked back to the apartment. And we were at Joseph's apartment, just like chilling. Everybody's hanging out, still drinking and stuff. And yeah, we were just like talking crap about them and like, you know, talking about how this whole thing went down. And like Coco and Joseph's roommates were like, dang bro, Maria was punching dudes, like she didn't care. Usually I'm not the type to like swing on somebody, because it's like, hey, if you ain't swinging on me, then I'm gonna ignore you. But because he said that to me, and it was such a like sexist remark, and it was just so ugly of him to say that to me, my blood just boiled. Like, all I saw was red, and I was like, oh no. And I'm usually also not the type to fight guys. Like, if guys are fighting, I'm out. Like, y'all go ahead, and I'm gonna just sit over here and watch and be like, like, you know what I mean? But I don't know, that night I was just drunk, and I was like, you know what, I ain't afraid to fight a guy today. And so none of them swung back on me, thank God, because that would have been really bad. But yeah, I punched 3 dudes in the face. That's pretty much the end of my story time. And if you enjoyed this story, if you thought it was funny, like, you know, whatever, leave me some comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this whole situation because it was just crazy and I'm crazy. Definitely let me know if you've ever been in a situation like this, or, you know, if you're a girl and you ever punched a guy, or, you know, whatever, if somebody disrespected you. Like, I would just want to know what you did in that situation, because I don't know, when you mix me being crazy with alcohol and, you know, dudes being disrespectful, is bad. So yeah, just let me know if you've ever been in that situation. I want to know your stories. It would be hilarious. And give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was funny. Like I said in the beginning, I'm sorry for being inconsistent, but I promise I will be back on my game. So subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you can see the next time I upload my videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.